Hey everyone, I'm Wa.
And I'm Chris, and welcome to Docu Sweeties.
We are two longtime friends who discuss the riveting and sometimes trashy world of reality TV and docuseries.
Yes, but through our own lenses, honey, which is, salty, obviously, very bitter, acidic almost, but at the end of the day, hopefully mildly sweet. Bye.
Hi. So today we're talking 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise Season 3, Episode 12, Night Swimming, aka also the finale, thank God.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, Night Swimming, again, is a movie one?
I don't know that this
Oh, wait, what
season
is this?
have this
Is,
season didn't have a
I
theme.
saw a sign. Oh, this is the songs.
Oh yeah,
More money,
songs.
more problems.
Yeah, songs,
Just a
songs.
friend. Mama said knock you out. So Cry Me a River. So let's look up. There's obviously some very great song that we don't know called Night Swimming. Are you familiar with Night Swimming, the song?
I'm not. I'm familiar with, let me see, the songs that I know with Night. Night Nurse. I know that song.
It's
Um,
okay. Let me hear without you guessing. Let me do a little. I looked it up, so this is a little multi-choice.
okay. Ooh.
Is the song from 1987, 1989, 1991, or 1992?
The other ones were from the 90s, I believe. So it's either between 92 and 90, or what would you say, 91? Which one did you say, the 90s?
91 or 92.
Okay, it's either 91 or 92. Can you tell me? Okay, another question. Can you give me like a
A
guess?
genre?
Yeah,
Oh.
can you give me a guess on the genre?
Okay, no, but I'll give you a guess out of these things. Is it hip hop? Is it alternative rock? Or is it um country?
Well, it's alternative rock.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. That was an easy one. So it's an alternative rock song from not from a 90s song. 90s
Yeah,
something.
so it's an alternative song from either 91 or 92. I'm gonna say that the alternative scene, like truly like came home for me, not in 91, but 92.
Smart. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Name the group.
Oh, we gotta give me a clue.
I'm gonna give you 4 guesses.
Okay. I just got a guess out of the blue. Okay, go.
A. Smashing Pumpkins.
1.
Okay.
2.
B. Okay. Okay. You say one. I said letters. Okay.
Oh,
So you
sorry.
want to? Okay.
Go. No,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. Smashing Pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
Aerosmith.
Okay, not alternative rock. Okay.
I know. I got confused. Okay. Okay. Soundgarden.
Okay.
REM.
Okay.
Or
Mm-hmm.
Nirvana.
It's REM.
It is.
Yeah.
Did you get that just because the way I phrased?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm really bad at doing that.
Yeah, because you were like,
because I was like this one, and then I was like, REM. I know. I was like, I should have been like, what's another one? I know, I fucked up. All right, well,
also,
yeah.
like,
So
it's not. It's also not hip hop, right? So you're like it's hip hop, which is not okay.
maybe I was like, maybe she doesn't know that song, like that G-Funk song,
Yeah.
like Night Swimming in the LBC
see.
pool, me and my friend, no, it's a Snoop Dogg song. No, it's called about night swimming. This is what it's about. Night swimming is about this. So Snoop Dogg and Cameron Diaz went to high school together. This is absolutely true in Long Beach, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so Night Swimming is a song about him going over to Cameron Diaz's house and night swimming.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a little known Snoop Dogg, Cameron Diaz
house.
Yeah,
at the night swim with the white girls.
Yeah, they knew each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hi everyone. Hi Patreon.
What if I was just like, hey, we'll go to commercial. Don't worry, we'll come back and do this. I'm just kidding. We don't have to go to commercial. We'll start. Okay, so we're starting with Juan and Jessica because we kind of already did like tease the fact that we hate them or whatever. God bless.
I mean, we did that before we pushed play, but yeah, we could start with them.
Okay, great. Who knows?
Juan and Jessica. You guys, boring. Go, Chris.
Wait, did we even say that we're doing 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise Season 3, Episode 12?
Yeah, night swimming. That's how we got there.
So I thought we had just jumped into night swimming, but it's been so long. So Juan and Jessica, so it's 2 months later since we picked up, honey. 2 months since they said goodbye, and he has been on that cruise, honey, and he gets some breaks because they have a contract there and he's doing well. So now she's going to go on because she's 20 weeks pregnant, and if she waited any longer, she wouldn't be able to go on the cruise because like they're not like trying to have babies in the middle of the oceans, which is funny because my grandmother was born on a boat coming from Syria, and so no one gave my great-great-grandmother or my great-grandmother that note, honey. She had a baby very much on a cruise. Cruise is a big word for that. I don't know if it was a cruise. Definitely wasn't unlimited any sort of thing. Definitely wasn't all inclusive.
Maybe not fun. Maybe not fun either.
But he kisses her belly when he sees her, which is really cute.
No, it was really cute. And it's interesting that this entire time, I guess I didn't understand like exactly what he did and like the necessity for him to speak English, but he's been to the States before if he's gone to Galveston. So, he's touched down in the States, and I thought that was lovely that she was able to get him to the ultrasound place so that he could have that a moment with her. I thought that was cute. But it's just very boring the way she speaks. And I feel bad for him. Like at the end he ends up saying something like he doesn't know if Wyoming is right for him, and also they talk about the way she rears her kids, and she's like, go ahead.
I know. No, I just I'm like, I know. When he said that, I was like, so is the plan to never move there and just always be on, like, just cruise for the rest of your life, honey? Just like he's gonna work, just cruise until he's just an executive there and just, here's the thing. What's the difference between that, I guess, and what's his face, Jovi? Jovi's on a Jovi's on a rig somewhere. It's not really a cruise. But he has to go and do contract work. I mean, not what if they were just like, well, I can be in there. Yeah, I can be there like 2 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Christmas and
and 4th of July. I just don't I want him I think something he feels like he's going to get her to just move somewhere else, like when he said that. And I was like, she is not. And also, how much money does she have to where she could just go on cruises and trips to Colombia 5 times a year?
Oh, you're so right. Well, why do we think she won't move? I think she'd move to a bigger city. I mean, but the only problem is, and what he has to truly understand, is the custody arrangement of her and her husband, her ex-husband, baby daddy, because maybe she won't be able to leave the state.
Yeah, I think that's true. But I guess I just, in my mind, if she stayed in Torrington all this old time, maybe because that's where she's from and also it's cheap and comfortable for her. I don't know. It feels like she's telling us over and over again that she's not going to compromise for him, or he's going to have to compromise for her. And she seems like she's very much like, I don't want Juan to do this. I don't want him to make money for the family, but I want him to hurry up and finish the house in Colombia. It's all mixed signals and expectations. And I agree. Like, I think her boys are, I understand where he's coming from, where he wants to change the way she's doing things because it is less convenient for the parent. But also, I think she's raising her kids, probably gentle parenting, and also raising them in a way that isn't as, that's more convenient for them.
Absolutely. And it's culturally, how other people are raising them, where the kids are, the way that they eat chicken is in chicken nugget form. And like, having said that, I don't think that, I wouldn't as a kid want to eat a chicken head out of a soup either. So I'm not saying, I don't think those kids are like horrible kids, like that one younger kid loves him some Juan. And the other kid, it's, wasn't like, didn't have a tantrum on camera when he was told that he's having another kid come around. He just was like, it is a big deal. He's on camera. I mean, he just was sad. I mean, I would have been worse. I had nightmare. I mean, thank God that my parents weren't on a reality show, my dad specifically. But yeah, so in Cozumel, of course, as you kind of mentioned, I know if you just said this, they were thinking they were having a girl, but they're in fact having a boy. She makes boys. She's like, I'm a boy maker. I'm a boy maker. I don't know. So, basically 3 days in Cozumel is done, and then they have to say goodbye. And as Boss said, he expresses not only doubt for raising him, but for living there. And but not before they did get to buy some souvenirs for the kids and enjoy a resort pool, which again he knows the best of the best and always treats her really well because why? He has that money too because of his job. You know what? Some people don't have the money to wine and dine their biddies and spend all the time with them that they can. You know who would love that? Wah?
Jordan.
April.
Oh, okay, that too.
Wow.
I think there's a lot of women who want it.
Ooh! Yeah. Go.
Anyway, but yeah, let's move on to April and Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I didn't understand this ending because
yeah, no one did. I felt like she had an unhinged moment in front of us, like as if I was like, oh, does she have no short-term memory? Is that why? I mean, you set it up because I was also confused.
So she's at the hotel and she slept on it and she's decided to have him come over so that they can have a final conversation. And so we think it's going to be like final sakabo. That's it, right? It's
I'm sorry,
done.
what sakabo?
Mm-hmm, sakabo, which means like that's it.
Okay,
it's done. So we think that's what it's going to be. And she calls him over there and he's wearing the craziest outfit. I didn't write down exactly what it was, but I remember being like, oh God. He was wearing like a black long sleeve shirt and like maybe some yellow basketball shorts and some chanclas. And I was just like, okay, but where'd you leave your clothes? You were on a TV show, sir, and you have been dressing well. And like all of a sudden now you just like, are you trying to tell her she's not important for you to put a shirt on? Like a button up or something? So she has him come in and she's trying to be a pouty baby and it doesn't work because she looks whatever age she is.
I don't think she looks whatever age she is, but I do think that I guess you're thinking that she's being pouty about it. I guess it read to me as someone who doesn't read social cues and didn't hear the part where he said that he doesn't want to deal with her. And so because she was rude and talks about money all the time, and she had asked him the same question, like, why aren't you around? And he said, why? And then they both left in a huff. And then she is like, now, why aren't you hanging out with me? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Roll the tape. Anyone? Sorry, just like, that's why I was confused. Because I was like, okay, so but I will have to say this about her. She could not look fitter. I mean, she has a bananas body, like she, in this little cute number, she's like, in a little workout set, honey, I don't know where she came from, like the resort Pilates. Like, I think she's gorgeous. I think she is crazy on the inside. And, I kind of love it because I think that he is only too happy to be like, look what I won't put up with, like she's a maniac. She's an egotistical, narcissistic maniac who for some reason is rich or claims to be and looks like that. And I won't deal with it because she is a nightmare. Like that's what I feel like he takes a certain amount of pride and having, the moral compass to stand for how he should be treated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think other people do on shows like this.
You're right. I think some people put up with a lot of shenanigans from their partner or from whatever person to get or have whatever it is that person gives to them.
She's rich and hot, because that's what I'm saying. He's saying no to two things that are very, very lucrative on the 90 Day Fiancé case,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think that's true. I there's a part of me that doesn't. I think they're both wrong in this. Like, there's something about me that doesn't have me on 100% on his side. Because you're right. She keeps talking about how she spent thousands of dollars. And my thought is, if you don't have it to spend, then don't spend it. It's very tacky for her to talk about it and tell him, you don't understand. I spent thousands of dollars to come here. It's like, that should not be the first thing that pops out of your mouth. But the way the things that he's saying about her, I don't know. I feel like the issue is that she's rude and she can't control herself. And it feels like he's diverting it to be something else. And that's the thing. Whereas I guess he's not wrong. She, she's whatever she is. But he's like, yeah, like honestly, I don't have anything else to say, so I'm leaving. And so maybe producers set them up for that scene. And so he leaves and she's like, okay. And she's like so sad about it. And she's like, well, I didn't mean for that to happen. And for me, again, as I said 2 episodes ago, you were a professional person. What do you mean you didn't mean for it to happen? Then like obviously there's something very, very wrong with you. Like you went to those people's house with gloves and then you wouldn't use the bathroom. So like narcissist, you're absolutely correct. She's an absolute narcissist and she doesn't understand how her behavior affects other people. Then she goes to the airport and she's carrying a duffel. She's got 2 bags, 2 roll bags, a backpack, and a duffel. And I just wanted to know what was in that duffel. Was it all of her skincare for the plane ride? It's not that long of a plane ride, one. But I mean, listen, duffels are very uncomfortable. So the whole time watching her carry one was just like making me uncomfortable. That's why. Because the way she was holding it felt just like, oh, come on, put it on your shoulder. Like that's the only thing I walked away from that scene thinking. And I also her outfit, her top was cute, her bottoms, I wanted to see it with a different top. But what do you think?
I just could not stop staring at her assets. I mean, I was just like, Jesus Christ. She's molded from clay, like she's just like, Jesus Christ. I'm just like, ugh. Mildly envious. I'm just like, oh my God, I would love it. Just like tiny waist, just like round thing in your face. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to say it. And then I was like, say it. But yeah, they made her into like a villainess. She started saying some crazy ass things that they edited. They knew that they were doing things like, I'm gonna miss like the things that he did for me. Like I just really fell in love with him because he would just always put me first, and like always treated me like I was the really super special. And I'm gonna miss like the thank you texts, and like it's just like I was like it really did make her look like a narcissist, which is what he called her, and yeah, she's God, I don't know. She's a character. I wonder, like, she's also perfect for any sort of like dating show spinoff, like, because it's like, I kind of do like the idea of any man like going against her and like being like, she crazy, even though she's hot and rich, and her body be banging. Anyway, so,
but she's too crazy in public. Like that's the difference. Like I think guys do want a little crazy, or most of the time will accept crazy, especially if she's hot. But I also think that she's going to show out in front of your family and embarrass you. So you have to. You might not want to deal with that.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Next couple is Scott and Lydia and a little bit of Liz.
Yeah, the tiny amount of Liz, which is. I basically, when we saw Liz in the morning, which was like this B shot of her doing yoga, I was like, did she already leave? But then we get the extra information of like, no, but she had gotten her own room, but then she had texted him and said that she was going to leave the next morning. And then suddenly they were going to have a face-to-face, which makes no sense because she's like getting her stuff and she's like not wanting to talk to him, and he obviously wants to talk to her, and he's wearing the grossest sunglasses the kind of sunglasses that like make you run from like a man like that. You're just like, that's crazy looking. But anyway, he just keeps saying to her, Liz, just so you know, I'll always be there, 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 always. And like literally I was like, she wants to get away from you, get away from you, get away from you, get away from you. She can't get away fast enough, get away fast enough, get away fast enough. So it's like for you to say that is you well, it is Bananaramas, and it's also just like completely unaware. What?
Yeah. I think that he is completely unaware, but it also feels like Captain, and he wants to let her know that if you ever need money from me, I will be here. However, I will want for you to love me. Like it just feels a little like he wants her to use him for his money so he can hold it against her. That's what it feels like to me. So he wears, the only thing I can describe them as Hulk Hogan like sunglasses. Like maybe they're not, but that's what they reminded me of when I saw Hulk Hogan with sunglasses on like WWF.
That's not Not accurate. That's not accurate. Well,
It's not far, but yeah. And so he then feels like, oh, I must be honest with Lydia. And everyone is wondering, why?
who?
Why do you need to then go back to Lydia? Is it because you want to tell her the truth? But you guys are already done. You guys have already broken up. She doesn't want to talk to you. She yelled at you and you walked away. And I was like, I'm gonna call Liz. Like, that's what you did. So like, why are you going back to her? Um, and I mean, Lydia, let me tell you, she is good television. If Lydia spoke English and was able to just punch it out in the way, besides hearing a translator or seeing it on the screen, I mean, I still can get it from her. I get it. I hear it when she's speaking in Spanish, but I mean, the facial expressions, the like straight to the point of it, not mincing words, was just really something nice to see. So yeah, I don't know if she comes to him or he go back. I don't know how she gets there. Does he pay for it? Because he's no longer in the same area as her. He's like gone somewhere to another resort. But she looked pretty. What did you think of her?
Yeah, she looked really, really good. I thought she looked better. She had gotten her hair done. She, it's funny because he's, weird and disgusting, and he like, there was no reason for him to obviously meet with her, as you said. Like, he should just put his tail between his legs and go back to America and try and like, hustle up some other poor victim. But she, okay, so in his conversation with her, she lays into him, like you said, and then she gets up and she's like, let's go, Scott. She says something like, after she like really lets it in, she says like, I'm gonna go, but she says, let's go, Scott. And he then, after literally hearing like, you're disgusting, you're a narcissist, whatever she said about him, he's like, okay, should we go? And he was going to get up and follow her as if they were just gonna suddenly, after all that, go fuck. In his mind, he was like, I'm a narcissist, you hate.
Oh,
You'll never. Can you see me and hear me?
yeah, you froze for just a second. Sorry.
Okay. Like all of that's happening and he can't hear it because at some point in his mind, he's just waiting for the moment in which she's like, so let's go fuck. And he's like, oh, now let's go. Like, and that translator is like, no, she didn't say let's go. No, stay here. Do not follow her. I thought it was obvious how she hates you. I thought that was obvious. No?
Yeah.
Wow.
When the translator says that, I was like, oh, she's fucking done with Scott too. Yeah, everyone's done with Scott because she's like, let's go, Scott. Meaning either she meant to say let go, Scott, or go away. Like she just said the wrong words, It's like me being like, Bominos, which means let's go. Like, come on. But I'm like, Bominos. Just Bominos. So like but it's just so funny that he really was like, but she said let's go. It's like, no, obviously she doesn't fucking want to go with you. I just finished telling you everything that she just goddamn said. But then she like goes, and I don't know who told her to go to the beach and do this.
Producers.
Because I mean the waves on her almost took her away. It was too much for her. She was too far in the water. She threw her chanclas, and I'm like, how are we gonna get back to your shoes? This beach is very dark.
These is beaches. No, I completely agree. It reminded me of one time. I'm so old that when I did shrooms one time, and like I've done shrooms and it was actually shrooms. Like now I feel like none of the kids that do shrooms, like they just eat gummies and chocolates. But one time I did shrooms that were actual shrooms. And I was on 4th of July. Have you heard of it? And I was in Venice Beach, and I just like off my mind pretended I was a little mermaid in Venice Beach, just like swimming around in my clothes. And it made me feel like that. I was like, oh, she on shrooms? And then she's not on shrooms. But then I also thought, yeah, you're right. She could be taken away. Is there a lifeguard on duty?
Yes.
Yeah. She's giving real reality star realness. Like, this is something that like early Tiffany Pollard, I Love New York would have done. Like, lay into a man and then claim how she's ready to give her heart and she's going to rebirth and it's all a journey as she like swims away, like where, I don't know. So yeah, go Lydia. Lydia's like, I'll let you hijack my couple for lip, Liz, but just so you know, at the end of the day, the scene ends with me.
Yeah. When he's like, I saw Liz, and she's like, here? And he's like, yeah, for the last 2 days. And she's just like, wow, I gotta go. So that was great. I think a great moment for her. Who knew that she would be vindicated? She's been the villain for so long, our Lydia. So the next couple that we're going to talk about, or last couple, is Everton and Jordan.
Wow.
This is kind of a similar ending where one person is just like Sakabo, and the other person is like, oh, so you no, you don't want to be together.
Now, I don't think it's going to stick, but this was fun. Yeah, she's pissed, because he gave money that was supposed to be hers, bobbity blue, and she thought that she was, I think, going to come here and that she was going to be the one with the secret, which is that she smushes cake in between her, cakes. Ha ha ha. And, that she was going to have this like time and then have this business venture that he was going to be so grateful for, that he was going to treat her like a queen and also be okay with the cake smushing and take hot pictures of her. But I think that when she was here, she was kind of like, he's lackadaisical with his family and we've known each other for so long. And he's kind of, whatever. I see how much work there has to be done. And I can see how he hasn't respected me the way in which I wish I would have been. So the way that she lays into him is funny. And I think also like triumphant. But what happens next is we got sharped in the way that they are like talking to her, and it's like a close-up shot, and she's like, they ask her like, how do you feel like about breaking up? And she's like, I am so joyously happy, over the moon is what you would say. And as they like pull out, Everton is right there like, I'm not happy. So, and she's like, why? Why? I'll be honest. You have always been single the entire time. So I just get to do what you've been doing. And he can't something about it. He's like, I loved it. What?
Yeah. She basically just was like, oh, the curtain is down. Okay. Or the curtain's up or whatever it is. It's not there. And I'm just going to, again, do what Lydia did. Just say the thing that needs to be said. And even if they get back together, she said the thing that needed to be said. You have been out here living your life. And so I will do the same. I won't hold myself for you. I'll do my cake sitting and my fake cooking and with glee and happiness, so, but she's still gonna have to do the business venture with her because she does think it's a good idea. So they will have that. But I hope she does stick to her laurels and, doesn't get back into a relationship with somebody who either doesn't think their relationship is real or doesn't respect her. I kind of think, like, not to do a little crossover, but just a little one. I think that a lot of times some of these foreigners, like Violet, for example, in Vietnam, they don't necessarily believe that these Americans are true and real and that they're going to come over and do the thing that they say they're going to do. It's play for them. And I think, that's sometimes what we get is folks who in the other country who's like, this American may or may not do this, but I'm not going to put myself in a precarious situation. So let me keep it light. Let me keep it fun. When they get here, we'll see if I really like them. So that's all I have to say.
I mean, here we are. Coming in hot.
Done.
And done.
Yeah.
All right, my loves. Well, we have a lot coming up. Just so you know, we have the docuseries Natalie Grace we're going to do for you. We're probably going to do the Muscles and Mayhem, which I've watched all of. And then or Monique and I, we talked about that. Monique said yes. Maybe she can guest a little bit or whatever. And we have new Life After Lookup starting and the 90-day new spinoff where they go to a resort and get the counseling thing.
Yeah, that's in August. It's like couples retreat. That's in
Yeah,
August.
I know. I'm sorry.
We have another The Other Way. No, it is Love During Lockup. It is another The Other Way plus the current before the 90-day.
I'm sad. Okay.
Another The Other Way plus, the docu series, that we would do.
Wow, we have a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot, but a lot is good because a lot means content and no content means we're dead. And it's not
yeah,
docu-daddies.
Yeah. We also have our year on the
Ditto.
24th. So I want to
Bet,
figure out something
sweeties.
fun for that. But thank you so much, Patreon, for being here and supporting us. And we will see you, the next time we put out a video. Sunday, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you so much. Bye.